do wonder, is it, like, ethical? Like morally, like, maybe, to use mods? Team Cherry worked on this game for, like, 7 fucking years, right? And yet here I am going, excuse me, I don't like the sauce that you used here. Can I substitute it with my own sauce? It'd be like insulting, like, a French chef by, like, adding ketchup to the dish. Like, no, the dish is perfect, you should have it as is, as the artisan has crafted it. And yet, I'm getting into the wires, biting them around, and going, excuse me, this meal is not to my liking. Like, I definitely experienced it before going all in on the mods. Why does everything do 2 damage? This artistic choice on Team Cherry's part, why does everything do 2 damage? You have like 5 health, and then you get lucky enough that you find like 4 masks. You've dug enough digging, you're digging into the dirt, you found enough mask shards to get 6 health. Meanwhile, your enemies have 500 health. And you're just like trying your fucking best to survive the entire time. And so if things are doing 2 hearts of damage, could you imagine all the times I'd have to restart? You basically have to no-hit bosses. If everything does like fuck tons of damage to you, you might as well just being a no-hit run. You might as well be playing like Steel Soul at that point. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of even having health to begin with if everything does 2 damage? And not everything does 2 damage. I'm being a hyperbole person. But everything does 2 damage! And so, I'm not experiencing the game anymore as the artisans, not what, like, Team Cherry has designed it for, right? I turned off the 2 hearts of damage that everything does, and made it just 1 heart. Just everything does 1 damage. And I wonder, like, do I know more? Do I know better than the game developers? Cause, like, a lot of the game has been superb, stellar, spectacular, wonderful. A delightful challenge in some places. And at other times, it's been so ridiculously, like nail-bitingly, teeth-clenchingly, butt-shakingly, like, difficult. For seemingly no reason. They're like, don't get hit by this twirly attack. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get hit by any attack. I'm not here to, like, tank damage so I can, like, do a little extra damage. That's not how Hollow Knight works. I understand how this works. Why does everything do 2 damage? Absolutely not. It's bizarre. I would love to know Team Cherry's, like, thought process on this, because I'm sure they have some sort of, like, intent where they want us to learn the boss pattern so well that, like, remains rooted in our heads and, like, you know, you can, like, feel it in your joints whenever you hear the music once more, right? But that ain't fun! It's not like I'm, like, doing performance-enhancing drugs to win at a Super Bowl, right? Like, it is fun to rise to a challenge that a developer has put in place. Like, you can't just, like, look at the knot that the game developers have made, this beautiful puzzle knot, and go, well, what if I just cut it in half? I don't have any time for this, I'm just gonna cut the puzzle knot in half. Is essentially what I'm doing in some aspect. I'm bypassing the developer's wishes and going, you know, it'd be great if I didn't get hit and take 2 hearts of damage every time I got hit by your stupid attacks! Player funny game, says Team Cherry. Player funny game and learn all of our things. Learn everything you can about the game, and then, and only then, will you see our true artistic vision. I'm sorry, Team Cherry. I'm gonna add the mod to limit the damage, please. Suffering is not part of my enjoyment of life. And yet I am still suffering. Like, that's the thing! Like, the game is still hard as balls! Like, it's still hard! I'm gonna have to really stretch out my fucking fingers, I swear to God. Give him a nice little break. Anyways, thank you for coming to my beautiful TED Talk. Here's Ted. BB speak. Oh my god, you did a great job of pretending to be Ted. Do you think Team Cherry would, like, want to kill me personally? I'm making up a guy who, like, disagrees with me. Who goes, excuse me, Cosby. You should be playing the game exactly as the developers intended. No modification at all. You should play it on the controller that they're using, in the time zone that they tested it with, in the same country, eating the same food that they did. The only way to enjoy a piece of art is exactly as the developers intended. There's nobody who thinks like this, by the way. This is somebody I'm making up. But could you imagine someone who has, like, the slightest of inkling of this idea? The developer doesn't know me. The developer made the game for themselves, pretty much, right? Like, especially Team Cherry. They've been making this game for, like, years. How many people, like... 7 fucking years, right? And they're the only ones who have been playing the game for 7 fucking years, so they've been making the game for themselves. I mean, with the intention of, like, showing it with the world. If a game is, like, not fun, and all you have to do is, like, modify it a little bit to make it funner for yourself, you're missing, like, the developer's true intention, but at least you're, like, able to see the majority of it. I wonder if there's, like, an equivalent that I could, like, draw, like, a parallel with. So I'm trying to think, like, there's not really... Games are, like, so unique because they're both story and, like, song and also, like, interactive. Or, like, with, like, a TV show or, like, a book, you can't really, like, modify it. Jesus Christ, man. And as a sort of parallel, what if you were reading a book and there's a character's name that's, like, really dumb and stupid and you don't like the character? You're reading a book and somebody's got, like, a terrible name and you, like, intentionally edit the book so that their name is different and, like, makes sense to you? Like, I'm wondering, would that be an equivalent parallel to what I've done to this game? I've ripped out its core and just tweaked it a little bit. Things don't do 2 hearts of damage to you no more. I think it would be weird if, like, I met somebody who, like, changed the names of, like, a character in a book to, like, suit them better. But, like, it's pretty much harmless. It is, like, a little bit against, like, the authorial intent. But, like, how do you think, do you think you're better than the author? But at the same time, the author is also just human. The person who made this game is only human, and they are not me. In a way, customizing in a game is, like, more socially acceptable than customizing in, like, a TV show or, like, or a book. Because the game is partly a representation of yourself. You are the one making the decisions. I'm the one making the decision to have Hornet scamper around instead of go through the entire fucking plot right now. She's scampering. She's last scampering. She's doing her little last scamper. I'm choosing to do that. And sure, yeah, I can, like, continue to watch a show or continue to turn a page, but it is through the character's actions that the story continues, and I am the character in the story when I'm playing a video game. Or at least, you know, that is the common intent. Even in, like, a fucking game like Mario 1, where he goes 1-1, he goes boing boing woohoo, and he breaks the blocks with his head. The narrative that's taking place is I jumped over the block. But you're the one who's doing it. You're the character. So why not make it a more personal experience and not have everything do 2 damage? No, I'm just thinking about this. I don't think anyone would disagree with me, too. I don't think anyone will, like, come out of the woodworks and go, actually, you should, put the game up your butt, because that's what the game developers thought you should be doing the whole time. You should suffer. I think you have to be very mindful about it. You have to, like, realize that you are playing the game, in the unintended way. Like, if I'm talking to, Silksong enjoyers, like, later on, after, like, beating the game, or, like, just, I don't know, just, like, not right now, because I'm playing the game right now, and I mentioned that, oh yeah, I beat the game, but it was a little bit easier for me, I'd have to mention that it's easier for me because I've been modifying the game. I can't just be like, oh, I beat the game, but I didn't have training wheels. No. And then, like, I, like, shove the training wheels behind me so that nobody can see them. And you'd have to be upfront about it. You'd have to be, like, honest. It's insincere to say that you beat, like, the path of pain, but with you turn on immortality and flying. Yeah. Still rationalizing making the game. Have people been mean today? Tell you what. No, nobody's been mean to me today. I'm just wondering, like, it's just an interesting question to me. I don't think anyone would ever, like, tell me that I shouldn't modify a game, but I'm wondering, like, what's the difference between a game and, like, another piece of media? I'll do a Steel Soul run and enable remove double damage mod that removes it by making it triple damage. Yeah! And counteracts you, make it easier for you. Nah, play the game how you like. And that's what I've been hearing from most people. I have to explain the caveat. Yeah, for most people, I've just been hearing play the game how you like. I'm just curious if there's ever a person who's out there who thinks that they're the biggest brain motherfucker around by, like, only playing the game as the developer intended. Put the game up your butt, because that's what I saw that the game developer did in my dream. They talked to me in my sleep. I want to know if there's a guy like this out there. I want to fight them. I want to shake them and, like, be like, games are an extension of yourself! Make the game work with you! Shake them and kill them and kill them and shake them and shake them and shake them and kill them and kill them. You know? This person does not exist in my periphery. They have not made themselves known to my location. I have not, smelled them in my airwaves. But I'm ready for them if they come. In the mirror, I try. It's like, it's not the same with, like, a book or a movie. Or like a TV show or like a podcast. You can't just, like, insert yourself into the thing. Whole different thing. Whole different beast. Although it would be really, really funny to do so. I don't know, what if Aslan's just like, it is I, Aslan, and here's my cool friend, Pixel. She's also here. And you're just like, and she waves. The entirety of the novel is the exact same. God. Like, that's a little bit more bizarre, right? She waves, hi. Like, that's a little bit more, like, out there. You don't see that as often. Sure, there's, like, self-insert characters and, like, fan fictions and stuff, but they're writing the entire fan fiction. That's, like, you know, a whole thing. No one's, like, going into a book and, like, Control F or, like, Control H, which is, like, find and replace. Hey, what pixels? Yeah. Not a lot of people are doing this, and I think it would be really funny. I think this is a new genre that we should be exploring more. You want to, like, play the show Severance, and I'm just, like, there in the background? And I'm like, hi, I'm enjoying myself. I'm on Project Ruby, and I'm over here. Not with a W. No, that'd be too much fun. Because throughout this entire process of, like, the 10th anniversary Undertale thing, their charity event, Toadby Fox was very much like, I don't want to change people's interpretation of the game that I made. I do want to have, like, you know, a little bit of clarification here, but your interpretations of the world are valid, and the world is much larger than what you see here. You can make it as large as you want it to. And I'm just, that's such a good fucking way to handle media. Especially one that, like, you've made yourself. And if somebody else is, like, building off of it, you can do whatever the fuck you want forever, baby. Like there are, like, you could play around within the rules of the world, and yes, you can make some very interesting things if you follow, like, the constraints, but that doesn't mean that you have to, like, follow everything strictly. Right? I love that interpretation. It frees yourself and goes, hey, you can just do whatever the fuck you want forever. Insert yourself in the fucking Undertale. I almost said Homestuck. Insert yourself in the fucking Hornet Land. I think bending is fine, sometimes even encouraged. Exactly! Me when I go to the world of Avatar. As people who, like, do creative work. You know, me, maybe you. I think it's important that we, like, build onto the things that have inspired us. We should also, like, adapt it, change it, grow it. It's okay if you, like, make a weird OC that's, like, completely unlike everyone else's. You know? Like, my OC is actually a cool horse, and it's in the Hollow Knight world. And it's like, what do you mean your OC is a horse in the Hollow Knight world? How would that even work? Doesn't matter. They're a horse. But they look like this, because I like horses, and they're Hollow Knight themed. You know? Why not? Why the fuck not, right? It begs the question, why did you choose this one to be involved with? Yeah! If you're, like, going into a media, I know I've been sitting on the screen, but this is a very interesting conversation to me. If you're going into a media, like, as a fan, and, like, making your own fan interpretations, and you've completely changed everything about the fan work in your AU, then you should just be making your own original work at that point. Wait a minute, don't put that mirror to me, I swear to fucking God.